side, he's got a kind of conservative orthodoxy that he has had to kind of embrace in the run-up to this campaign in order to get the nomination. That conservative orthodoxy says, well, you can't do a whole heck of a lot. So what ends up happening is that you have this strange kind of schizophrenia. One day he's saying, I support cap and trade, for instance, to deal with global warming. The next day he says, I don't believe in mandatory caps. Well, mandatory caps are the whole purpose of cap and trade. You know, one day he's the budget hero. He's going to fight pork and spending. The next day he's got $300 million for a prize. Now, that might be good policy or it might not be, and that can be said of a number of the things they proposed along the way, but there's absolutely no coherence to what kind of vision they're laying out for how they're going to kind of move the economy forward.
Yeah, the world opens anew every day for them on this subject. And you and I have talked before about McCain and this Enron loophole. And it became a law thanks to Phil Gramm, who is now McCain's chief economic advisor. It was lobbied for by Charlie Black, who's his chief strategist and is, as we already know, unfortunately, the guy who sees the political advantage of a terrorist attack in this country for his party. What happens to McCain on the big picture here if suddenly the voters, or a lot of them, connect the Gramm, Black, McCain, $4 gas dots?
Well, it's trouble, and what we're seeing in the polls so far is that the voters do trust Barack Obama on energy, the environment, and the economy far more than they trust John McCain. And I think what you have here is a situation in which, look, economists themselves don't really understand why we've seen this spike immediately. People certainly don't. They know they're paying more, right? What you do know is that when you're electing a president, that president is going to bring with them certain voices they're going to listen to and certain interests that are going to have their ear. And we've seen what 8 years of an energy policy run by the energy companies has resulted in, and that has not been progress. And so that's the perception that they're going to have to battle.
Chris Hayes, Washington editor for The Nation. As always, Chris, thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you, Keith.